At first, when you start being trolled, you think it's everybody. But I was taught that one person can have up to 10 accounts. 10 people saying bad things about you can get pretty heavy. But I decided to fight back because I knew what they were saying wasn't true, and I've made it my mission to prove that. The trolling got really bad just after I spoke up about the rape. My attacker teamed up with a man called Chris Smith, who was on my film set and was removed from production. He was caught out for trying to make his own version of the film. They both now spend their days trolling me and trying to muddy my name. Hi guys, so if you've been following my story over the last couple of years, you know that I've been dealing with a handful of idiots that have done everything from trying to steal my film, to trolling me, to setting up fake accounts and trolling people pretending to be me. This one instigator, Aaron Twin in particular, went around the whole of the independent film industry telling people that I was a liar. He initially brought the man that attacked me on my birthday onto the set in 2018. After the attack, Aaron actually supported me and continued working on the film. After the film was done, he stabbed me in the back big time and turned his opinion around and basically said that he didn't believe me and that there's no way Stacey would have done what I was saying he'd done. His best friend Stacey ended up going on the national Jeremy Kyle show, embarrassing me and his girlfriend at the time, embarrassed everybody that was actually on the film, to be honest. But ever since the attack, these two men and a couple of others have gone about to ruin me on the internet, as they say in their own words. I'm actually doing a documentary on the whole situation, and whilst I was collecting evidence, I came across a statement on Aaron Twin's wall on Facebook, and as you can see, this is dated on the 15th of February 2019, and he says, "So Refit 4 starts filming tonight, so guess who's on a road trip again? Hope you're all good, bless you all." Now, I was assaulted on the 7th of December 2018, and Aaron has gone around telling people that the moment I came out about the rape, he didn't believe me and he supported his friend. But this statement proves that at the time, Aaron did believe me and he continued to film with us. Now, my question is, if Aaron didn't believe me and he thought I was a liar, why did he continue to work on the film with us? A lot of the evidence has got lost in translation over time. But over the last 4 years, it's come out that Stu Armstrong, Aaron Twin, Stacey Fordham and Chris Smith have all clubbed together to make everybody hate me on the internet by sending people horrible messages, pretending to be me, setting me up with other people. It has just been a list, an endless list of flying monkeys getting involved and people not really knowing the whole situation. And these men have contacted people I actually know to try and cause trouble. The last couple of days I've had 2 messages from people connected to an ex-cast member. I don't know whether they're just trying to stir up the drama again, or whether they are just genuinely people bored wanting to get involved, but you know, I've had enough now. My point is, I set out to make a film in 2017. A couple of people gave me shit. I tried to walk away from those people, and ever since then they have tried to tarnish my name, victim shame me, and make out that I'm a liar when I'm not the liar. And again, I'll ask Aaron Twin the question, if I was raped on the 7th of December 2018 and there was a police investigation and Stacey went onto the Jeremy Kyle show in January 2019, why was you still putting posts up in the February looking forward to filming Roofed? And also, if you thought the film Roofed was so shit, as you say, the way you like to tarnish my work to other people, why did you say this in your interview?
Well, yeah, we are at Oakenthorpe Manor in Derbyshire on set of Roofy 3. Aaron Twin, who we would have seen in Roofy 2 playing Sharky. How's it working out this time for you?
Working out really well, to be honest with you. As you all know, Sharky's a horrible bastard, and I've actually proved that I am a horrible bastard in this one. I don't want to give away too many spoilers for the film, but there's some twists and turns in this one. Me and Nikki sort of, what's the word? We're ruffling each other's feathers, I think. We ain't sort of getting on too well, to be honest with you, mate.
When you say you've sort of shown a bit of a nasty side, I'd say you've more or less excelled at that, to be honest. It's
I have, yeah.
You get this crazy look in your eye, and I'm quite amazed the way you can just sort of switch it on. They say you'd be standing there like a normal bloke, it'd be action, and then you just got this really crazy look on your face. Do you find that hard to switch between the two?
I'll be honest with you, I don't want to sound big-headed, but I don't. And this doesn't even appeal to my real life, any of this. But I find switching in and switching out of character really easy, and I've been told before how I can just be sitting in the car having a cigarette, I get called to come on set and bang, I'm there in character, and people just are amazed how I can switch from Aaron to Sharky, or in other films Aaron to Carl, whoever my character is, I can just switch in. But I suppose that's the name of the game, it's what I'm meant to do.
Well, I seen you a few weeks ago playing a scene in the car, and when we were sort of chilling, getting ready, you were sitting there eating a pot noodle as Aaron. 30 seconds later, you were Sharky. And you obviously turned into character really well, because somebody actually believed it and decided to go and call the police because they thought it was real. Yeah. So I think that proves the point.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a few weeks ago. A bloke did think I was really kidnapping Lucy. Now, you lot know out there, if you're going to kidnap a woman, you're not going to have a cameraman there and a soundman there standing with a boom. And this member of public thought we was actually doing the kidnapping, doing retakes of the kidnapping as well. That's common public for you, I suppose.
I found it quite funny.
Yeah, it was funny, yeah.
You were in Roofy's 2 as well, a double dose. How do you find that there's much sort of difference? Do you think you've grown into the character in Roofy 3?
I've definitely grown into the character of Roofy 3. Me and Mickey have took a bigger leading role in Roofy 3, Lethal Dose. Double Dose, the second one, me and Mickey was working under Jackson Nash. This one, we're working, Jackson Nash been dead in the second one. This one, me and Mickey are running a house on our own for Marcus Matthews. But I want to run it myself. I want things Sharky's way is the only way.
And do you think Sharky will always get what he wants, or do you think he'll have some trouble along the way?
He's going to have trouble on the way, but I think he may get there in the end.
Oof. You'll all have to wait and see when it comes out.
Yeah, no spoilers.
It just goes to show, guys, that when you're helping people and you're doing good for people, they'll say good things. But the minute they don't get their own way, they twist, manipulate, and try and turn the crowd against you. Unfortunately, a lot of people from the UK BK, especially the women, jumped on the bandwagon and wanted to get involved in some of the bullying online, and some of the stuff that came out of their mouth was vile. You wouldn't expect a woman to think and speak like that. But unfortunately, these men managed to make people think that I was a liar and I was a troublemaker. And I'm not. I'm just speaking out for every woman, so that if these men ever try and do this to another woman, they'll never be able to do it again. Because the story's out. They've already done it once, at least.
She's a complete cunt. You know the score of her. She's a lying slag.
These were some more trolling messages. I actually caught this person out. It was somebody posing as a person called L. Michael Caccini. Though we found out that they were connected to Aaron Twin's Facebook. There was also a very nasty message saying stupid, lying, dirty, slag, got caught out lying, and the other day something about shit breath and verbal diarrhea that come out of her mouth. That was after the Jeremy Kyle show, we then found exactly the same message posted by Linda Curry, who was the girlfriend of the guy that attacked me. Now, even though I had sent her all the text messages from him stating that he had broken up with her, she basically found out that he was playing and having his cake and eating it. She decided to take his side for several months and back him up. People then started to believe that I was the liar because his girlfriend was standing by him. Once the Jeremy Kyle show came out and was aired, he failed the lie detectors, and a few weeks later she posted that she had found out the truth. It absolutely sickened me that a woman would stand by a man when he was having these kind of accusations and this much evidence to prove what someone was saying. But she decided to join the Sammy Lee hate group and tarnish me and my name and try to convince people that I was a liar, on top of my rapist and his best friend doing it. So yeah, there's been about 5 or 6 of them. There was another girl called Kellyanne. She'd only met the guy that attacked me once, and she decided to join the group and tell people that I was lying. Here you can see her having a conversation with my rapist. All of these people were in my film Roofed, and the only person I really initially fell out with was the guy that attacked me, Stacey Fordham. And for some reason, these people all followed him and decided to victim shame me. I think deep down they know what he did, and I know they know what he's like. I know that there are a group of people out there that are all for the men that attacked me, and some people even have it in their sick heads that I deserved it. Some people believe me, they've seen the evidence, but because they want to dislike me and they enjoy the bubble in the Sammy Lee hate group, they choose to ignore the evidence and continue to call me a liar. The dangerous thing that they are doing, it doesn't matter how much you hate me, but the more that you think, you let these men think they've got away with it, they risk doing it to somebody else. It is absolutely sickening, the stuff I've had to go through, the endless threats. I know it's all mouth and it's childish behaviour in a way, but it's been 5 years of my life now. People I actually thought I could genuinely trust in the beginning turned out to be complete monsters. At first, the investigating officer, Linda Stearman, told me that the CPS had decided not to take on the case because there'd been too much social media attention, also because of the Jeremy Kyle show. I went home straight away that night. I wrote to the CPS review board, and about 4 days later I had a letter back saying that my case was never forwarded to the CPS.
I'm not saying you weren't raped, I'm not saying you've not told the truth. I'm saying as a rape prosecution there isn't sufficient evidence to prosecute. That's very different to what you're saying I'm saying. What you're implying is that we don't believe you. That's not the case.
That's from you to her. I'll come see you next week, babe, for the evening so we can spend more time together and have more amazing sex.
Yeah, no, it's all made up. Simple.
50% of this audience say he's telling the truth. You say if that's the case, the relationship's good.
Yep.
50% think he's full of rubbish and that's the end of your relationship, yeah?
Yep.
He is convincing, isn't he? But then he's an actor.
He ain't that good an actor.
He ain't that good an actor. She just with the other woman at any other time. You said no. This test says you lied on that question. She lied on every single question.
It's been 6 years since the Jeremy Kyle show and the circus online, as I call it. But these men and their hater group are still out sending me messages, sending me threats. And the problem I've got is not actually these men. These men are just doing what they're doing out of spite. It's their flying monkeys and the people that want to believe the stuff that they're saying about me. I did let it get to me, but now I've got to a point where it's their loss. I know who I am. I know what I brought to the table. I set out to make a film. It's on Amazon. I achieved my goal. And if people can't be happy for me, then it's their loss. I'll just go on to carry on making more films with people that actually appreciate my time and me as a person. And for all the people that decided to take the side of a liar, a man that can lie to his own missus on national television, and a man that bullies women in the most disgusting way, then that says more about you than me. I've got to a point where haters, you actually kind of feel sorry for them if they haven't moved on in 6 years and they're continuing to do podcasts and club together in this little group and get more people to join their army. It's like they just don't want me to move on. And if they won't let me move on, then they can't be allowed to move on. They're disgusting people. And I'm going to make sure they don't do this to anyone else. And just to finish this video off, this was a statement written by Aaron Twin. He posted it in a public page pretending to be me. I don't know what he was really trying to achieve, because I think anyone with their right mind would know that somebody wouldn't write this about themselves. But again, it's another tactic of victim shaming and pulling the flying monkeys in. I'll let you read it for yourself. But this is how they decided to treat me when I spoke up about being attacked. And not only have I had to deal with no help from the justice system, I've recently found out that rapists in the UK, sex offenders, will not be going to prison because they're running out of room in prisons. And I've been left with no trust. It's really hard for me to trust anyone now, especially when you do come forward and you're greeted with a group of people that no matter what you say, and no matter how much evidence you show, and no matter how spiteful these bullies are, there will always be that handful of little haters that are glad what happened to you happens. It's a very sad world we live in, but it didn't beat me. And now I feel like I can move on to the next part of my chapter. And I hope one day my story can help somebody else.